Hello, Felix from Nintendo Life here, and today we're finally here to review Hollow Knight for the Nintendo Switch. These words though are not gonna be mine, since this review was written by the wonderful Jon Mundy, but it was reworked into this video by me. The Switch isn't exactly lacking for quirky Metroidvanias, with the likes of Ori, Axiom Verge, and The Messenger, all stretching the genre in new and interesting directions. Hollow Knight, though, is arguably the most striking of the lot. Team Cherry's platform adventure was long awaited by Switch owners prior to its release 4 years ago. Even now, after all this time, Hollow Knight doesn't disappoint. You take control of this little bug warrior called the Knight, and you must guide him through an insectoid world gone to seed. The art style might be cartoony, but this is a surprisingly mournful setting from the start. The once mighty kingdom of Hollownest has crumbled, its communities either abandoned or driven mad. All but a few lingering individuals have disappeared into the ground, drawn downwards by its secrets, riches, and a mysterious miasma. It's a beautiful, melancholic canvas where you must gradually paint in the details in a time-honored Metroidvania fashion. This involves venturing into the unknown, conquering lumbering bosses, filling out the map, and expanding your ability set so you can access new areas. Structurally then, Hollow Knight doesn't offer much that's new, but it's in the execution that it really shines. At the core of the game, it's a crunchy sword and magic combat system. Our knight might carry a so-called nail, but this tiny blade lands with the heck of a thwack. The recoil from each hit sends both you and your enemy back a little, which is both empowering and potentially endangering, particularly when battle takes place in the midst of a tricky platforming section. Thankfully, the movement system is just tight. Whether you're using the left Joy-Con stick or the D-pad on the Pro Controller, our hero responds beautifully. It's no great spoiler to reveal that one of the first abilities you acquire is the Mantis Claw, which allows you to wall jump, and this quickly becomes a stable part of your calculations throughout your adventure. You can now jump up any wall you see, and the movement again here is perfect. You also have magical abilities, which are fueled by a smart system that feeds off the souls of defeated enemies. Given that your knight's first magical ability is to heal himself, it means that the best form of defense really is attack. Not that you can afford to be too gung-ho about your business. This is a challenging game, with many of the regular grunts employing unorthodox movements and lightning-quick attacks to cause you headaches, particularly in combination. The bosses, meanwhile, will have you failing repeatedly with their formidable health bars and varied attacks. There is a Dark Souls-like system to play here too, which means you'll drop your soul together with all your geo, the game's currency, when you die. You'll need to backtrack and literally fight your own spirit again to regain them, and if you die on your way there, well, you're gonna be broke. To explain what really sets Hollow Knight apart from pretty much anything else on the eShop, we need to go back to its world design. This is a decidedly 2D game, but it's so thick with detail, shade, and texture that feels positively three-dimensional. The world is full of items and foreground elements that exist only to be broken or smashed through, and it all runs at a silky smooth frame rate in both docked and portable modes. The sound design is equally inspired, from the dank drip of a drizzling city to the distinctive and hilariously human babble of its characters. The calming sounds when you sit on a bench, which is how you save your game, and certain bosses' prideful goading when you near its lair are particular standouts. The game's beautiful 2D world, tactile combat, and impressive bevy of secrets constantly drag you in for more, and it proved to be as strong an experience on the move as on your TV. This game is a big, beautiful, foreboding Metroidvania that's absolutely thick with detail. From its punchy combat system to its charming art and sound design, this is one of the finest adventures you can have on Switch. We here at Nintendo Life give Hollow Knight on the Nintendo Switch a 9 out of 10. Now, with the review done, it's time for Felix's personal thoughts. Because man oh man do I just love this game. One thing I'd like to add is just the music. Composer Christopher Larkin did a fantastic job creating one of my favorite soundtracks that I still find myself listening to this very day. Just the piano notes that play when you're roaming around in the Forgotten Crossroads, to a completely mood change when you enter Greenpath. It's so original and fresh, and I just can't get enough of it. This game just has so much to do in it. You can free all the grubs in jars scattered throughout Hollow Nest, chill in a hot spring before you must continue on your adventure, or talk to NPCs behind the counter to learn a bit more about the lore of this game. Also, the character designs here are genius. One of my personal favorites is the character who sells maps, CORNIFER. And that actually leads perfectly into my next point, the way this game rewards you. Every time you sit on a bench to save your game, your map updates to where you've been. That is, of course, if you've already bought a map of that area. CORNIFER is also always humming this little tune. That just means that when you hear it, you know that you'll soon be able to buy a map, and that's always very helpful because you can really get lost in this game. Also, if you're out exploring unknown lands and come across a stack station, then you know you're in safety. Because now you can go back and spend all your geo that you were afraid of losing, and then come back to where you left off. Charms. Oh, probably one of my favorite aspects of the game. These change small attributes of the knight. One might be that you're really strong when you only have one life left. Others work as a compass that just shows you where you are on the map. There's tons of these that all have different effects, so it's really fun to mix and match till you feel you're the most comfortable exploring the undergrounds. Hollow Knight is an example that you don't need huge budgets and a massive team to make a fantastic game. The hand-drawn art style and somber music are what really sets the setting of exploring a kingdom now fallen. This adventure might not be the longest, but you'll come across such a big variety of beautiful biomes and areas that almost makes you feel that this game is longer than it is, and that's a really good thing, mind you that. The game's atmosphere is truly unique, and it all culminates to make a thrilling yet beautiful adventure. And for a game that was made by only 4 people, that is truly a statement. Well, that was all from me. Stay safe, play some Hollow Knight. Felix from Nintendo Life here, out.